What's up? It's Screaming 2 coming back with you. Thought I was gone, but I'm coming back. Well, anyways, we got another video, and this is gonna be different. And I still, haven't posted the next video, so this is like at night. So the other video hasn't went up yet, but it should be going up right now. It's scheduled for tomorrow at 1. And anyways, let's just get on to this video. So this video is gonna be a story video. Now I feel like this is just a story I wanted to do since I'm running out of ideas like what to do. So and plus this is probably gonna be my last commentating video. It's most all my rest of them are gonna be face cam. So this video is gonna be about a story. Now this story is about me, Marcos, and these two stupid idiot girls who got us in trouble when it wasn't even our fault. So we'll get into it, and we're gonna get into it right about now. This is what's gonna happen. This is what happened. So this is how it started. So we were taking our star test because we were taking it was the day we were taking our star. I still remember the whole thing. So it's pretty much spot on what I'm talking about. So what happened was we were taking our star and like we were just doing it, well, whatever. That's not a part of the story, but we took our star. It was like already over, and you know how once you take your star, you just sit there in the room for like the rest of the day, and so that's what we were doing. We're just sitting there, and then I don't know what happened. Like, well, I don't know what happened, but like what happened was I found someone's pants, and I didn't know who they were. I just found them kind of, but then I remember I was like, who are these? And I was like, asked people. I think I asked people too. I think, but and then I remember, and then Mark, and then I know like the girl. Okay, I'm not gonna say her names because it's like it's kind of messed up. But Marcos probably be like, you should because they're the ones who got us in trouble. Anyways, let's just pick any name. Okay, let's just girl one and girl two. Okay, let's go like that. Okay, girl one said that. Okay, I'm gonna have to use names. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to use names. I won't say the last name. I'll just say your name. So this girl Anna, she was partnered with this other guy named Jose for a project, and the project was you had to make some pants and you had to write stuff on it. I don't remember what the project was, but you had to write something on it, and then there were just pants. You had to like actually cut off a pair. Like you had to get real pants and then cut it off, and so that's what we had to do. And he did it. And then he was partnered with some girl named Anna. And then so what happened was they were partnered. And then I remember I was like, "Who's are these?" And she's like, "Oh, they're my partners." And I was like, "Okay." And then and then someone said like, I think it was either me. We were just playing around or like we were for real, but like we were kind of playing around though, and we're like we should like just tear them up. Like, can we do it? And then we even asked her too. Like, can we tear up the pants? Well, I didn't ask her. Marcos and Karen, like Marcos mostly, he was like, "Can we tear up the pants?" And then like she was like, "Okay," because it doesn't matter because it's already late. Which it was already late. It was like she gave us the project like probably 3 weeks before, and he was barely gonna turn it in. And then like so I didn't touch him. I literally all I did was found him, and I gave him to Marcos and Anna and Karen. That's her names. Sorry, whatever. It doesn't matter. They won't know what Anna. Anyway, so they found them, and then and then they just started ripping them up. Like Marcos, he was what did he do? He first cut him. Like he was just cutting them like for fun. Like he was just cutting. He had a pair of scissors, and he was just cutting them. Well, no, first he was trying to rip them, but he couldn't because it was so hard. So like he asked them for scissors, and then he just started cutting them. And then Karen, she grabbed some freaking paint, and then they just started painting on them. And then they did like so much stuff to these pants. I mean, like they like destroyed them. Like they freaking tore them up, and then they did all this stuff. And then Jose, like later on, Jose was like, I can't find my pants. And then we didn't want to say anything because like we freaking just ripped them up, but like we didn't want to say anything. So well, he found them, and then they were all ripped up, and then he got all started crying or something. I don't know. I don't think he started crying. I think he just got really sad. And he put his head on it, and they were like, "Who did this to him?" And they were like, and it's this stupid girl. Like she was probably the dumbest one. Actually, Anna and Karen weren't that bad because they like didn't really, but they kind of put us in the situation kind of. But then some girl named, I'm not gonna say her name because then she's gonna be like if she sees this video. But this girl, let's just give her a name called Sam, and she freaking told them that I and Marcos were the only ones who tore the pants. Like they just told our names, even though we weren't in the only. I didn't even touch him. Like for I didn't touch. I was even like I didn't even touch him. Like how you gonna tell me? But and I was like, you know what, whatever. I don't care. I'll tell the team like whenever I get to the principal or whatever, I'll tell them I didn't do anything with the pants. So like I would say like a week passed by, and then the teacher freaking called me in. No, I remember because I was in first period too at that. It was like a week later. I was in first period. Like I forgot all about the pants incident. So and then she just the teacher would like the thing is this teacher was annoying, like really really annoying, and she was like one of those teachers that you just want to punch in the face. And then, well, I wouldn't punch a teacher in the face because you would get in really bad trouble. So that's like the worst thing. Don't ever do that because you would get in like so much trouble if you did that. So what happened was, she like not got in my face, but she started screaming and stuff like you did something disrespectful or something, and she's like you're gonna have to like go to the office. I need to talk to you. I'm like whatever, And I remember the other teacher was even like, "What'd you do?" Like, oh, I don't know. I mean, I knew what I did kind of, but at the same time, I didn't know if that was what she was talking about. I mean, this teacher could have got me in for anything. That's all I have to say. Like, it could have been something that, something I just didn't know it. And then like I figured it out, and I was like, damn. And then my parents were there, and I was like, oh my god, like I was like, "Gee, damn, I can't believe this happened. Like, and I didn't even do anything. And that was the thing. They went to her first. Like that was the first thing that happened. And like they didn't. They just got me, and then they just called my parents, and then pretty much I was just sitting there, and then they were just talking. Miss, I'm not gonna say her name, but she was talking to me, and I was just like, oh my god. And then pretty much I was just saying I didn't do anything until the end, and then I was like, whatever. And they let me. They didn't tell me anything because they didn't get to everyone yet, so they couldn't just put the finger at me because I was the only one. Because I wasn't the only one, So they couldn't give me anything yet because they didn't talk to everyone. And then so like a couple weeks, like not even a week, that same day I think, she got mad at Marcos because he went into her class, and then like some girl, like, okay, I'm kind of getting off the topic from my story, but like his story was, and then she started talking to him, and then she was like, because he was some girl named something, let's just call her Alex. Alex asked him like, yo, like what happened, and he's like, oh, something with like he was telling her, like, and then she's like, oh, I forgot, I don't know how to say it, mediche or something. Yeah, that's pretty much how I say it. Pretty much calling him, if you don't know Spanish, pretty much saying like, oh, like he's just telling everyone his business, and she's like, you know what, just leave my classroom and go to the other teacher, and he's like, what, like he's like, he didn't even know what because he didn't do anything, he was just talking to her, and then so he was like, whatever, and he left. And he ended up coming to my classroom even though he wasn't supposed to, which was kind of funny. And then so anyway, so that's what happened with Marcos. And then after that, like toward lunch, they told us that they were gonna call us into the principal. Well, yeah, the principal. I think that's who she was or something like. Yeah, she was the principal. So she was like, okay, and then we're like, okay, and then like right before we went to the conference, I remember too. I was like, okay, we gotta make this story because like if we don't, they're just gonna because there was like no way around it. We just had to make a story. Well, it wasn't even a story. We were just saying like, okay, this is what we're gonna say in order for them this like for us not to get in trouble. And that was another thing too. Those two girls said that we did it. So like they were blaming it on us more than they were blaming on them. So we're like, okay, this is what we gotta say in order for them to take our side. Because if we go in there like idiots, then they're just gonna take their side. So we had it all planned out, and what we did was we were gonna say that we didn't touch that. I was gonna say I didn't touch him. So pretty much we were gonna lie for each other. So we were gonna say I didn't touch him, and I was gonna say that all he did was probably cut him up because that's all he did. Like he didn't do anything bad. So we were like pretty much covering for each other. And then we got in there, and then one of them was in there. Karen was in there, and then she was all like we were just arguing, like we weren't arguing, but we were just like telling each other like, yo, we didn't do anything. And then she was like, and then we were saying like, yo, all I did was find the pants, and I told my story. And then after that, she was just like, and then she was asking Karen like, did you cut the pants? And she's like, well, no, I didn't. I just no. She was just she kept on denying. She wasn't saying she didn't cut them. She was just, well, I didn't know, like I didn't do anything, like what, like. And she just kind of asked, well, did you cut them? And then that was another thing. Like they weren't even paying attention to us. They were mostly paying attention to them because they wanted to know what happened. So anyway, so like onto the story, whatever, onto the story. So they just like, did you cut them? And then she said finally, yes, I cut them. And they were like, yes, we finally, like, now they can't say we cut them. All we can do is pretty much we found them, and then all Marcos did was pretty much cut them. So like we were pretty much in the clear. Like they were talking to them now. And then the other one, Anna, came in, and then like out of nowhere she started crying, like because they were like, well, like, and it was kind of stupid though because they were talking to them, no one else. They were just talking to them, and they were all like, well, like, so you guys cut him. And then they finally said, yeah, they agreed to like what they cut. And then they finally said like, oh, it's because he's so mean to us and stuff like that. Which I don't like the fact that they took their side because they said, I mean, they were good. because they were like the reason why they took their side is because they were good. Like that's another reason, they were smart and stuff. But anyway, so like they were like, well, it's because he always messes with people and he never leaves us alone. And then like so they brought him in because freaking I don't know, freaking because they brought him. They talked about him that he was the one who started all, even though he was just just innocent pretty much. He didn't do anything, so it was stupid that they brought him in. And then so yeah, he got in trouble too, and he just got detention though. And then they got suspended. And before anything, like, cause my dad like he was like, if anything happens, you call me and tell me what happens. And then okay, and then after that, she looked at me and she's like, "So you found the pants?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all I did." And then she's like, "You're the ringleader." And I was like, "What the heck does that even mean?" And to this day, me and Marco still have no idea what that means. 'Cause, like, she just came at me and she's like, "So you were the ringleader?" And I'm like, "What the heck does this make? How does that make me the ringleader? All I did was find them, and it's not like I just gave it to them. I was like, oh, you want them, but I don't know. Like, freaking, I found them, and then." And then that's what happened. I was like, whatever. And then she called my parents, and they're like, your son was the ringleader, and I was like, whatever. I don't even know what that means, because I couldn't really get out of it anymore, because there was no arguing, because I already told my part of the story. There was nothing else, because I didn't want to say anything stupid, and then it just got me more in trouble. So I just said the truth, which it was the truth, and then they all let us go, and we went to class. And then what happened is both of them, one of Anna got suspended for I think a day, and then Karen got suspended for like 3 days. I want to say Jose got detention for like 4 3 days. I got detention for like a full week, or no, yeah, probably a full week. I don't really remember. Like I just know I got detention, and then Marcos got detention too for like 3 days. And then it was funny though, cause when I used to go to detention, I went to detention, but the teacher there, she was like kind of cool with me, so she was like, "What are you doing here?" Like, "Oh, it's cause something with some pants or something." That's what I told everyone too. I didn't like saying like the whole thing. I was just like, "Oh, it's some pants." And I said like, "Why you shouldn't be here? Like, what are you doing here?" Like, I don't know, freaking some stupid pants. And she's like, "Oh, well, don't let that happen again." And it was just funny though, cause she knew like I didn't. She was like, she was kind of already knew that I didn't do it. So, but yeah, and then after that, I just served my detention. And then after that, Marcos was like, cause the thing was during that week he had to do mariachi practice, so he was like, "Sign my name for me," and I was like, "No, what the heck? I'm not gonna do that, cause if I do it, then." She just, I'm probably gonna get in trouble if they find out. Like, they probably wouldn't have found out, but, if they did, I would have got in trouble for that, for signing his name in. And it just got me in more trouble. So I was like, nah, I won't do it, because I was getting like freaking trouble for that. And I was just looking at the gameplay and me freaking getting hit by one of those things. So yeah, and that's pretty much the full story. And then we all just served our detention. They got suspended, and that was pretty much it. I mean, it was like kind of a dumb thing that happened, because honestly, that could have been avoided. Really, 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 just been avoided if I would have just did it better. And I kind of that's probably the dumbest thing I did. Not even because it wasn't even my fault. It was just one of those things where I needed to tell them, which I did. I mean, I stood up, but it's just they didn't believe me. You can ask Marcos. We were just sitting there, and plus, kind of the heat got taken off of us, because like they were talking to them. Like, so me and Marcos were literally just standing there looking like idiots, because they weren't even asking us any more questions. So we're just sitting, and then so there was nothing I could have did about not getting in trouble, because I was automatically gonna get in trouble a little bit for even finding the pants, which I still do not know why I got in trouble. But I mean, I couldn't really stop it. And Marcos, he was just like normal, whatever. And he didn't even serve the last detention, the one that he wanted me to sign his name in. Like, he just didn't show up. But then again, but what happened was he moved school, so it didn't really matter. So it didn't go on to like next year where they were gonna get him. So nothing really happened with him. He just didn't serve the detention, and then because it was really toward the end of the school year too. So like that happened, and then we kind of just let it, and then we just whatever, we just like let it go, like whatever, doesn't really matter. Well, that's pretty much the end of the story. We all got whatever, detention, suspended, or yeah, and that's about it. That's all we got, detention or suspension. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it was something. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story with me, which was kind of dumb because of what happened. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. If I really wanted to, I could probably get another story up. But you gotta leave likes, so I know you guys like the stories. Cause I have a story about jumping someone, which is pretty bad, worse than any of my other times. We didn't jump him. Let's just say we didn't jump. But I'll tell him if you guys get this 10 likes, I'll do that story, and I'll do the story where I got suspended for being accused of drawing a shoe. Yeah, drawing a shoe. But anyways, so if this gets 10 likes, I'll do it. And or you know what? If it gets 10 likes, I'll do it. Or if it gets if we get the 100 subs, I'll do it. But hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like and subscribe. And this has been a story from Scooter Bean 2. And this will be it. Hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like and subscribe. 10 likes or 100 subs. Peace from Scooter Bean.